Well, for more on the multi-party charter for South Africa and its ideals, we're joined by Inkatha Freedom Party leader, Velenkosini Hlabisa. Good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time, sir. So there's obviously been an opportunity to reflect on the past week, what it is that you and the other partners of this multi-party coalition were able to achieve. Now that you've had the opportunity of not only looking back at the work, but also taking the input of others, hearing what South Africans have to say, do you believe that it is a historic deal, it is historic, this agreement that all of you have signed?
Thank you very much, Kathy. Good evening to yourself and the viewers of this program in Newzroom Afrika. Indeed, Kathy, it was a milestone, not only for the political parties who met over the past 2 days, 16 and 17 of August, but for the country South Africa and the people of South Africa, as it was for the first time since 1994 that the opposition bloc come together, not only solely just to remove the government in power, but to bring an alternative before the voters who are desperate, as you are my witness, Kathy, and the people of South Africa are being devastated by crime, unemployment, load shedding, poverty, growing inequality, and a growing gap between the rich and the poor. This is confronting our people daily, and they need a solution. The government of the day has failed over 30 years. Things are moving from bad to worse. Things are falling apart. Many people have lost hope. Dreams, aspirations have been dashed. That is why we feel the meeting achieved something that will be presented to the voters to consider that there is a team of people who will be working together, although they will remain independent with their different identities, but they will be pulling together to canvass the 13 million unregistered voters and 14 million dormant voters. That next year is a watershed moment, is a turning point in our country to prevent South Africa to become a failed state.
What about the view that by virtue of signing this agreement, all of the parties that are part of it effectively are agreeing to the fact that they don't stand a chance of winning the majority vote on their own, and subsequently are therefore admitting defeat even before the election starts?
That is a scapegoat of the ruling party, KP. The truth of the matter, South Africa has reached a stage of coalition government. We have 67 coalition governments at a local government level. Next year, we are likely to have a coalition government at a national level in the Gauteng province and the province of KwaZulu-Natal. The ruling party is going to be losing these 3 spheres of government. The opposition is coming together to prepare long in advance in COJ, Kathy. There is no one party that had an override win, and you are my witness, Kathy. In COJ, over 22 months, there are 5 mayors. It's a joke. If it was a country, COJ was South Africa, we will be a joke in the world. So now, this is not a sign of defeat. It is a sign of being realistic and preparing long in advance so that we are not caught unprepared as we see the demonstration in COJ.
Let's talk about the efforts to build trust between these parties, because we know that in order for any coalition relationship to really stand the test, there has to be trust that is built between parties, which has been highlighted as what has been lacking from the coalitions that have been formed, particularly on a local government level. Why is it that we are not seeing these parties that have committed to working together at a national level then already begin to exercise that where there are opportunities within a local government space?
I definitely agree with you, Kathy. In KwaZulu-Natal, the IFP is leading 13 governments at a local sphere. These 13 local municipalities are a coalition of the IFP, DA, Freedom Front Plus, ACDP, Team Sugar South Africa, and other smaller parties and independent candidates. Since 2021, these municipalities are stable, delivering services to people, exactly demonstrating what you are talking about, Kathy. Again, we are going to revisit the issue of COJ, because currently, COJ, under the manipulation of the two political parties with a minority vote mayor, is a joke to people of Johannesburg, and no doubt that government is not going to deliver. You are my witness, Kate. The ANC has expressed its concern over the coalition at COJ and Eguruleni because there is no trust in what they are doing. What we did over the past 2 days was a building block to prepare for a coalition government in 2024. But as I'm saying, we are going to revisit COJ matter once we are sure we have sufficient number to remove an ineffective mayor who is a proxy of the two main political parties. We will remove that mayor and the government at COJ to demonstrate that if we have numbers, we can start working together. Of course, Kathy, it takes time to build trust. I'm very confident in the combination. Out of 23 items we had in our agenda, on 16 and 17, we managed to do all of them. None of the 23 items was deferred because we could not agree, but indeed, it takes time to build trust. By the time we go to elections next year, these teams will have been joined by other political parties who are willing to contribute in rebuilding South Africa and reawakening hopes, dreams, and aspirations of the people of South Africa, which they had in 1994 when we queued to mark the beginning of freedom in our country and prosperity, which unfortunately has been destroyed by the governing party.
All right, we'll leave it there for tonight. Inkatha Freedom Party leader Velenkosini Hlabisa.